Hope the audio is clear.
तो कौन है ये चोर और कहाँ है?
Yes, sir.
पुलिस के मुताबिक 90% स्कैम कॉल्स जामताड़ा में ट्रेस की गई। आज हम करेंगे इस पूरे झोल का खोल। झारखंड के जिले में लोग बैठे बैठे लाखों कमा रहे हैं। ये ना तो आईआईटी के पास आउट है, ना आईएम्स। इनफैक्ट इन्होंने तो स्कूल भी पास नहीं किया। यहाँ एक ही धंधा चलता है, फिशिंग यानी स्कैमिंग।
सर मैं स्वाति बोल रही हूँ आपके कई बैंक से।
कभी अकाउंट वेरिफिकेशन तो कभी आधार कार्ड लिंक कराने के बहाने ये लोग आपसे आपकी बैंक डिटेल्स ऐसे निकाल लेते हैं कि आपको इसकी भनक भी नहीं लगेगी।
ये केस यहाँ का है ही नहीं। साइबर कोर्ट में एप्लीकेशन डालो।
साइबर सेल के बिना जामताड़ा की पुलिस की नींद भी हराम। 24 से भी ज्यादा शहरों की स्पेशल टीम्स ने जब जामताड़ा पर छापा मारा तो जांच में पता चला कि इन चोरों का जाल कितना फैल चुका है। पुलिस के मुताबिक ये गैंग आराम से 50 लाख रुपए कमा लेता है। और करते क्या है ये? मन मर्जी लफंगेबाजी, आराम की जिंदगी, बेझिझक ऑनलाइन शॉपिंग। ये सब शुरू होता है आपके फोन नंबर से। याद कीजिए पिछले 24 घंटों में आपने अपना फोन नंबर कहां कहां छोड़ा। वॉचमैन के रजिस्टर से लेकर ऑनलाइन रजिस्ट्रेशन तक ये सारे नंबर हासिल कर सकते हैं। फोन करके ये आपको लॉटरी या फिर फ्री गाड़ी का लालच देते हैं। आपकी सारी इंफॉर्मेशन देने के बाद ये ओटीपी मांगते हैं।
आ गया लिखिए।
और अगर कोई ओटीपी देने से इनकार करे तो उसी नंबर पर वेरिफिकेशन कोड कहकर ये स्कैमर्स आपका पैसा मिनटों में चुरा लेते हैं। आपको लग रहा होगा कि ये आपके साथ नहीं कुछ है ना? ये स्कैमर्स अमीर या गरीब, डॉक्टर या इंजीनियर में फर्क नहीं करते। जामताड़ा या सबका लगता है। हेलो, हाँ बोलिए, क्या मेरी लॉटरी लगी है?
Okay. Just a small intro to what we are going to cover. Just imagine the times, all those pre-90s who have lived their youth, they will understand that to pay the electricity bill, how much time will have to spend in the queues. And today, it is just online. You log on to a portal and make the payment, sitting at home. Same goes with the train tickets, online banking, share market. We were care of those brokers. Now you have so much of data available with you through your online trading account. You can do the share purchase, sell. Everything is feasible. There used to be a great thing called postcard, inland letters, and all these are now things of past. All right. Now today, with the SMS, with WhatsApp, with email, the correspondence reaches from one end of the world to another end of the world in just no time. The land records of our ancestral times are available and known only to the Patwari or a Talati. He is the one who is the final authority, and no one in this world can bypass his authority. But with the available technology of satellite mapping called cartography, we started using it for land records, and it has come out so beautifully. Hyderabad was the first, Andhra Pradesh, erstwhile complete Telangana and Andhra combined, they were the first state to implement the land records, and they digitized the complete maps. It is available, and now other states are following suit. I've seen income tax filing. What a great task it used to be. Now everything is connected with your Aadhaar and mobile number. You can do online transfer of your whatever dues are there, or you get the refund in a shortest possible time. Telephone. To get a landline, people used to wait for years together, and today you have people carrying 2 SIM cards and the phone is there. Not only the voice, it is the data which is available. The technology has leaped so much. So when we say cyber fraud, so what is the main aim of an attacker? The main aim of attacker is to compromise on your CIA. CIA doesn't stand here for the Central Intelligence Agency of America. In cybersecurity, it is confidentiality, integrity, and availability. Take an example of bank ATM, right? You have a two-factor authentication, means it is you, your PIN, and your debit card. So that confidentiality is maintained. Somebody steals your card. So if your card is stolen, but he doesn't know your PIN. So that's how the two-factor authentication it is it is ensured that your confidentiality is maintained. Now the integrity, whether you have withdrawn the money or somebody else has withdrawn the money, from which point the money was taken out through check or this thing, it is given in your bank statement. And when we say availability means even if the banks are closed, you can withdraw the money from any of the ATMs. Opposite of this is disclosure, when your confidentiality is revealed to the wrong hands. Then integrity means alteration of information. Somebody has altered the information, he has tapped the information in between. And third thing is availability means disruption. Somebody has disrupted the services. The easiest way of disrupting IT services to blow off the power supply, right? UPS will last for 15-20 minutes and thereafter the service is not available to you. Steal personal identifiable information. Now, when we say personally identifiable information, this is the data which, in case you have called on to any call center, they will cross-verify. Okay, what's your name, your telephone number, your mail ID, your mother's name. So this is your personally identifiable information. If this gets into the hands of the cracker or a hacker or a malicious user, now you can imagine he can get into your bank, he can get into your this thing. And the worst thing is the password, right? When you share your email ID with someone, you have already given him your username. So what he needs is your password. And it's my personal experience that wherever the compromises have taken place, same password people have been using for their personal mail ID as well as for their official mail ID, right? If your one password is compromised, then I'm sure, and you can be sure that other password also, because it's humanly very difficult to remember number of passwords. That's why we have a password change policy, and they'll keep warning you. If it's a good cybersecurity officer in your organization, he'll keep warning you that do not use your same password what you are using for your personal credentials. All right. So this is where the lacuna lies. And once the password is compromised, the username is already available with him. So how to protect this thing? Your account is with the help of two-factor authentication, which we just talked about. And in case you have not activated your two-factor authentication, I'll request everyone to do it today in your Gmail, in your whatever Hotmail. You will use it from a trusted device. In case you log in from other device, you will have to you'll have to register your phone for the two-factor authentication, right? So in case you can manage to lose your username, your password, and your phone, then I think hacker deserves everything he wants, right? Now, another agenda of cyber fraud is to get the financial gains by tricking the people. We all have cognitive blind spots. The greed for money, there's so many greeds you can count on. So how the attackers trick you? The methodology is called social engineering. Okay. To get inside a network of, let's say, Chitkara University, a hacker has to be very, very, lucky. He has to trick somebody's mail, then he has to breach your firewall, he has to get inside your system, he has to find out which is the weak link. But the people, unaware people, are the biggest target, and they are the weakest link in the whole chain, all because of the greed. So every day we hear OLX frauds have taken place, and how do they do it? I personally came across my neighbor, this person who wants to sell something. He has posed himself as a defense person, and he has posted his picture on OLX, and he says that I want to sell something, and somebody wants to buy. He will send. He say, I want to buy your product, and I'm so and so. He will show his Aadhaar card, and okay, if I say, okay, I want to sell this, so he said, okay, I'm sending you the QR code. Basic common sense is he'll be in such a hurry, he will create such an environment, he'll create such a hurry that okay, and suppose you are expecting for your old mobile phone 2000 rupees, knowingly he'll give you 4000 rupees, and you'll be so happy, okay, 2000 ka 4000 mil gaya mujhe, best deal, and I will clock it. So now he sends you a QR code on your WhatsApp, just scan it, and the money will be transferred in your account, right? Lot of people have been tricked. So please remember that QR code which we scan, it is for payment. It is not for receiving payment. It is for paying out somebody, not for receiving the money. So this is the blind spot which these fraudsters exploit. In Google Pay, if you see the interface, I hope it is visible to everyone. He will send you a message that he said, sir, okay, I want to buy this thing. It is a live case. Name and number is real. Okay. This was sent to a friend of mine called Rohit Kapoor, and it's a live screenshot. So he wanted to sell his sofa set or something, I got no. So he sent him, he said, sir, okay, just we will do the testing of transfer of money, and this 360 rupees will get transferred in your money. The total amount was coming 10,360. Okay, sir, he said, I will just pay you the 360 rupees. You accept. And now when he clicks, if he is in a hurry, he will click on the pay, right? Whereas he should have declined. So these are the things which, if you are not aware, you will get definitely trapped. Voice phishing, wishing. Again, my favorite series, Jamtara.
Hello.
Am I speaking to Mr. Umesh
Especially the old people are the target.
Hello, sir. I'm Swati Mishra calling from GFC Bank. So you have been a loyal customer. So we want to send you on a free trip to Australia. On this trip, you can take up to one guest. So who would you like to take along with you, sir?
My wife.
Oh, so sweet, sir. अंकल जी घूमना चाहते हैं और हमारा काम है उनको घुमाना. Sir, can you give me her name and your PAN card number, please? Yes.
Her name is Parul Mehta.
PAN number is. अंकल जी ने अपने बैंक सिक्योरिटी क्वेश्चंस के सारे जवाब दिए.
So, when are you sending her?
When would you like to go, sir?
July is a birthday, no?
Oh, that's great, sir. I have selected July. To confirm the month of July, please help me with the 6-digit international travel code that we have just sent you, sir. हमारा बोलने का मतलब OTP था, लेकिन जब हम इसको इंटरनेशनल ट्रैवल कोड बोलते हैं, तो हमारा अंकल जी का जो दिमाग है
7
वेकेशन मोड में चला जाता है.
4 5 2 6 1.
थैंक यू सो मच, सर. देखो, हमने अंकल जी के OTP से इनके बैंक अकाउंट में घुस के इनके रिटायरमेंट सेविंग्स के सारे पैसे ढाप लिए.
You know, my wife will love this surprise.
Yes, sir. This will be a big surprise.
Okay. I hope the audio was clear. And this is how the tricking of the especially the old people who are not as tech savvy, they target they choose their target in such a way that they will have a hit. So out of even 50 people, if they get one without doing anything, they are making money. Now the second, another thing which fraudsters make use of is the credit or debit card cloning. You get into a ATM, and if it is not properly manned or guarded by someone, my advice is do not use your debit card in that ATM. Make sure that whenever you are withdrawing your money, it is you are the only one standing there, and nobody is sitting on your backside and trying to see what pin you are feeding. It's, after all, it is a 4-digit pin. So what this skimming method, which is displayed on the screen, is they put a device over the swiping machine on the ATM, right? You all must have seen this in WhatsApp. It keeps roaming around. So that is a cell-powered device. It takes out the information from the magnetic card, and whatever keystrokes you are typing on the dial pad of the ATM, it just records, and the complete information you have passed it on to the scammer, right? So in case ATM is not guarded and you are doubtful, please do not try to withdraw the money. You will end up handing over all your detail to the scamsters. SIM swapping, right? Now we talked about, see, it's all, after all, it is a game of police and a thief, right? Police has to think like thief, and thief has to think like police. Then only they'll be able to, whosoever knows better, they'll be able to crack it each other's down. Now we have made two-factor authentications. Now, despite knowing your username, your password, the scamster has got all details, but he doesn't know how to get the OTP, right? So the new fraud started called SIM swapping. Okay, now have a look at this email. It is a phishing mail. Why we call it phishing mail is not FISH, it is PHISH, phishing mail, right? So from your university, Arizona University, they have a very good portal on cybersecurity. I'll suggest that students interested in cybersecurity, they visit this Arizona University on infosec-awareness.in website, hosted by CDAC. Beautiful material available, and plethora of information available on the latest techniques adopted by scamsters. So this is a mail. Just read through, and I'll just, in the he is asking you what your net ID, what your password, you retype your password, date of birth, and he is giving you the complete. Moment you see this kind of content, no one in mail should ask or will be asking your username or your password. So it's a doubt case, right? Now we will dissect this email so that you understand the concept of phishing beautifully. Look at the portion, top portion. Instead of saying support, there is a misspelling. SURPPORT, support, right? So mind thinks, in pictures. Mind does not read. So we are in a hurry to read. Okay, it has come from the support, and reply to why in this world somebody who wants you to update your account number will ask your Gmail account or send the information to Gmail account. So these two things, if you are careful, you will understand it's something fishy. It is not clear, right? These two things. And another things, somebody asking you your mail password or PIN or some credit card details or anything which you are not comfortable to pass it on. All right. So to break the two-factor authentication, to get the OTP, what these people do. One was wishing, what we saw just now, that uncle handed over by his choice, getting into greed. He was lured into the, some flurry things, and then he passed on his all the details to the scamster. But for a techno savvy also, what they'll do is they will send you a fake website link. Please see that you get a banking site. There is a lock on the left side. I have not brought it. You will understand what this means. It has to be HTTPS site. It doesn't have to be HTTP, and there has to be name onlinesbi.com or icicibank.com. If it is by IP address, HTTP or HTTPS, and the IP address means it is a fake site. So what a scamster does is he sends you a mail, a link. He sends you a link, and it takes you to the website which is exactly looking like your bank website, online SBI or HDFC or whatever bank you are using. And prior to that, he has done his homework that this is the bank you are having your account number. He intercepts your username and password from the bank. There's a fake website. He logs the keys and routes it further to the actual bank. And actual bank sends its OTP to your phone number. And when you are typing in the OTP, right, that also can be tracked. Or if he has done your SIM swapping, you will get a call, sir, your phone is going to get blocked, or your phone will not work after this day. So you please tell us the number written behind your SIM card. Okay, and tell your Aadhaar number. These two numbers, if you divulge, your phone will be taken over by somebody else, and the scamsters will call up your call center that I have lost my SIM. Please block that SIM. My phone is lost, and this is the number, and this is my Aadhaar card, and all this blah blah. They will give it to call center, and since these are the only ways these call centers are verifying your credentials, they will issue a new SIM to the scamsters, and he'll keep getting OTPs. All right, he has your username, your password, and he has swapped the SIM. So your phone will stop working, and you will not get even the SMS message for withdrawing the money. So such is the danger with this kind of SIM swap. So side by side, I'm covering what all precautions you must take. All right. So we have covered this. All right. Few more innovative methods they use is the lottery fraud. हम सबको कभी ना कभी किसी ना किसी फॉर्म में मेल आई होगी that you have received a lottery. Google search for a keyword called Nigerian fraud. All right. These these kind of mails mostly were originating from Nigeria. They were scamsters getting your name, user. There is just to take a diversion from this. All your information, your username, your passwords are available on another portion of internet called darknet. All right, it's available on sale. That's how these people who wants to attack you, they've decided to attack you, and your information has leaked. So all these things, information is available on sale. Okay, have I been pawned? A lot of people ask me, so how will I know that have I been hacked, or am I safe? So there is a site called which you can do the Google search and find out. Have I been PAWNED? Have I been pawned? All right. So all these information you will find out. You type your email ID. You will know that where all you use it and from which all apps it has been leaked. Okay. So they will provide you information on lottery. This of lottery you have got lotto ticket has come out, and to deposit money you will have to bear this much of expense, and they'll ask you money in dollars. Another thing I missed out while speaking about debit and credit credit card fraud. By default, your international transactions are enabled by bankers. The first thing you do after receiving your credit card or debit card, disable international transactions. It is RBI's guideline that to use your debit or credit card, you have to have a OTP. On international transactions, you will not have they don't ask you OTP. That's all. Your money is straight away taken out and you have paid somebody in dollars. Okay. So in case these things happen, you have to, nobody gives you anything in free. So somebody offering you that large money you have received in lottery, you must have forgotten that when did you apply for the lottery. Now next comes is the social media. Facebook is the biggest source of leaking of information. In case you have received so many friend requests from people, on Google there is a reverse image search technique. Google it and you will find, you take that image and you will find that with this how much activity this guy has done and when this account was created, right? You see the timelines on Facebook. You will know that in past few days, a week or so, the number of likes have increased. It gives a clear-cut indication that it's a fake account. And my advice to everyone is that do not accept any friend request if you do not know a person. And in your privacy setting, make sure that sharing options are set appropriately so that when your friends can't view your photo, that people who you are not familiar with, right? You will say, okay, my friends' friends, only your friends should be able to view your data, nobody else. By default, it will be friend, and infinite loop. So anybody and everybody, we have had cases wherein people, the normal pics were taken out of the girls and they were morphed and nudes were posted or mailed to those parents that these are the pictures, we will put it on social media. That's the another nuisance which has been spreading. Thankfully, we have law in place, IT Act, and if it is reported every place, we have cyber police stations, and there are ladies inducted into this thing, and they will take care of all your systems. So slowly, we are also evolving. They say there is a saying that free की तो लोग फिनाइल भी पी जाएंगे. The moment we see this Wi-Fi in free, you tend to log in. First thing is, try to use your data. Data is not that costly these days, especially this Geo coming in. Data has become dirt cheap. I think we have got the data cheapest in the world. Moment you get connected to a free Wi-Fi, and if attacker is also on that network, your phone can be compromised. On a public Wi-Fi, please log into only a free Wi-Fi system which asks you your details and gives you certain times. You go to any restaurant, so first thing, the page will pop up. So they will verify your credentials. You will be verified that you get an OTP with on your phone number, and then you are allowed to log in. Anybody allowing you Wi-Fi without credentials, it should be suspected and better not to use it. Social media frauds, I have covered. The data is taken out. We freely distribute our data on social media. And Facebook, I just keep seeing people just checked in where I am, where did I go, I'm at airport, I'm enjoying so-and-so, I'm having this food. Please, for heaven's sake, stop posting. These are the big. WhatsApp is the only social media which you can use and you can share your food photographs. There is no requirement for you or for us to share our activities and letting the whole world know this is what I'm doing. Attacker can profile you very easily, and he knows what are your tastes, what are your likings, and accordingly the mail will be crafted and sent to you, and you will be tricked. In cybersecurity, there is a saying that there are only two kind of people online: who have been hacked and who will be hacked. It is just a matter of time. All right. So these are the security tips for using social media, which I have covered. Have a strong password, have a two-factor authentication, do not share your password, set up your security answers, right? And do not allow everybody to see your activity. Do not keep posting your activity on social media. Now, next coming is the, again, coming on to free. You must have seen, pen drive dropped in a critical area, in a parking area. What we do first thing is pick up this pen drive and insert it in our computer. How it can be compromised? This is a small video on baiting. Attacker leaves the malware inserted. He will pose as if he has lost his pen drive. Moment you insert it into your PC, the malware executes, and control of your system is remotely handed over to another server. What you pop up, you just saw that moment you insert a pen drive, there is a pop-up, what to do with this, right? What you will do is open this, and that's where the program starts executing. So don't get tempted by accessing the device which is unattended and found on signboard. Infosec-awareness.in is a wonderful site hosted by CDAC. I keep talking, and all those interested, it is a simple workflow how they use. Computer gets infected by a remote access Trojan. The malware program connects the control room attacker, and attacker gets total control. He can open a backdoor into your system. So remediation of this is we buy a beautiful laptop, costly laptop, but then we say, okay, Windows to free में मिल जाता है. We will buy a pirated Windows. Please spend 3,000-4,000 rupees extra and buy a genuine Windows. In case you are not willing to buy Windows, there are free operating systems, secure operating system available in form of Ubuntu Linux, and there are various flavors of Linux. You can install, and whatever, trust me, whatever we can do on Windows, same thing, everything is feasible on Linux, and proper support is available. Oh, I'm sorry, my bad. Raised wrong hyperlink. We have covered here. Okay. All those read about baiting, and there was a beautifully crafted malware known as Stuxnet. There is a documentary available. It was available on Netflix, called 0 Days. Okay, you will find it through VPN and some of the other channel. It's not available on Netflix anymore. A simple pen drive dropped in one of the, given freely in one of the conferences. The scientists from Iran, they inserted in their laptops, and through the laptops, it was connected to the corporate network, and it reached somehow in the nuclear reactor, and the complete nuclear reactor was brought down. It's a beautiful case story. It will be available on YouTube. You search for 0 Days, you'll get the details. And Stuxnet malware. Every day we use data. The dependency on internet has become so high the three primarily used operating system. Android is another flavor of Linux on handheld mobile, Apple, and the Microsoft. I just want to show you, I'm not on Facebook, right? The only social media I'm available on is WhatsApp and LinkedIn. Okay. So this was the picture taken in one of our conference. After we had a run in the winter day, one of the fine winter day, and moment it was uploaded to my Google Drive, right? Somebody had tagged me in his Facebook. This thing, I am Ashok Kataria. Everywhere I write my name as Ashok Kumar. Okay, my official name is Ashok Kumar. And these two gentlemen, these two are also security professionals. They are also not available on Facebook, but their labeling is not there. They were lucky enough. And you look at this, the geotagging, where this image was taken, this photography was taken, the complete data is available. You go get into whatever photos you are taking from your Android mobile. If you are synced it with your Google Photos and just see that photo and swipe it up, you will see these complete details, who are all available in that image and where that image was taken. Such a scary scenario, right? I'll just give you a demo of my Google dashboard, or we'll keep it for the last, right? What all Google is monitoring. I'll just run through this PPT, and towards the last I'll show you what all Google is we are handing free of cost to Google. How to mitigate? Now, I have only talked negative things, bad things, bad people, bad things happening all around. How we cannot stop living, and there is no going back, right? The convenience is so much. What we can do is minimize the risk, mitigate the risk. The risk cannot be made zero. Risk will always be there, but the first and foremost thing is be aware that these kind of things can happen. जहां खटक लगे वहां अटक जाना. It's easy to remember khatak and atak. In case you feel something fishy is happening, do not proceed further. In case you feel somebody sent you a QR scan for receiving the money, and if you have heard, you are very well aware now that QR code cannot be used to receive money. It can only be used to pay money. Zero trust. Until unless you know someone thoroughly, there is no requirement of trusting. Somebody might pose as Ashok Kumar, somebody might put his picture as Ashok Kumar, but until unless you have seen him, you confirm, double, triple, there are methods you can employ any number of methods to doubly confirm. Another fraud which is going on these days is you want to contact Airtel or any this thing, I don't have their helpline number. You search Google. Top few numbers will come as the fraud numbers, right? We have become so dependent, and there are ways and means so that a site comes up in the search. So the fraudster, they pay and they get these numbers, and on those numbers you'll end up sharing all your details, right? Keep two phones, one purely for net banking and another one is for WhatsApp and other details, because you never know when this thing will get compromised. And about that other phone, only you and your spouse should know. No third person. Do not make any phone calls from that number. No one should know, right? And don't share that number with anyone. Do not use any unauthorized software. We tend to get, okay, torrent se mil gaya, download. There is nothing free in this world. People take time, people put in a lot of effort to give you a secure product, right? Why there are less instances of compromise on Apple and more instances of compromise on Android or any other system, Windows? Because each and every app which is being used in Apple system, Windows, most of them are paid because there is a security each and every on Apple which app which is being used in work 24/7. Apple, they evaluated most of them are paid because there is a each and every on Apple which app which is being used in work 24/7 Google Play Store. Apple, they evaluated most of them are paid because there is a each and every on every app which is being used in work 24/7 Google Play Store. Apple, they evaluated most of them are paid because there is a each and every on malware. Please, for heaven's sake, don't visit them. And most of them are. Choice is yours. Nothing is free. And when we download from torrents, as per Government of India's directive, Supreme Court's directive, downloading from torrents is banned. But people find ways and means to download from torrents. All students, I'm sure they must be familiar with how to download torrents. But there is a danger. What are the dangers? I'll cover one by one. Before I proceed further with the demonstrations, content of this, I want to put this disclaimer, the content of this presentation are purely for the purpose of spreading security awareness. Participants are advised to use their discretion and not to do on the system of other people. Do not try it on others people. It is crime. People can be jailed, right? Me or the university is not be held responsible in any way in case somebody, after seeing those demonstrations, learns from YouTube, learns from WhatsApp, and try his hands-on experience on others. You can straight away be sent to jail if proven. The first thing we will see now, logging on to Windows without having password. But as I say, well, as I'm saying this, the physical security of assets, if you can take care, you have a tendency to leave your phone anywhere and forget about it. You have to physically secure your assets, then only you can minimize the risk. First thing is the physical security of the assets. Somebody get a first time hands-on into your system, you have moved out for a cup of tea or refreshment out of your office, and you have left your system open. What can be done is just have a look. Actually, I needed a studio to demonstrate the live thing. However, because of the challenge in I'll just run through this video. This was available on YouTube. I'll play the fast forward so that we don't lose on time. I hope, Rajat, we are on time.
Yes, sir.
Hope people are enjoying watching.
Yes,
So,
definitely, sir.
if you press the key 5 times, shift key, so you will get a sticky key. So what an attacker does is, he changes the file called sethc.exe, right? Where is it located? It is located in system32 folder. sethc.exe. Is it visible?
Yes, sir.
What he does is, he gets into this thing, and he changes the ownership, that all administrators' privileges are given to this particular file, right? You try to delete this file without having a authority allotted to this, you will not be able to move it. You will not be able to delete this. Okay. So what he has done is, he has taken over the full control of this file, and now he can cut, paste, move out, and do anything with this file. You getting my point? He got a physical access to your system. He removed this file, changed the ownership of this file, and subsequently he moves it to other location. He moves it in another folder. Though the system will want, but they say okay. And now what it does is, there is a file called cmd.exe. cmd.exe is the file when you type command from your prompt. So it throws up a black window wherein you can do your command line work. When somebody hacks into your site, trust me, he will not get a graphical user interface. A hacker never gets a graphical user interface. This is the file. If you press it, double click it, you will get a black window, right? So what he does is, he copies it and renames it as hc.exe. All right. All this could be possible because he had a physical access to your system. He changed the ownership because you're logged in as an administrator, and he gets into your system. Okay. Now by pressing the sticky key 5 times, he gets the command prompt. He will not get the prompt which he was getting earlier. Okay. So by sethc.exe will throw up the, instead of showing that sticky key prompt, it will give you the command prompt. And when you get into the command prompt, what all you can do is, you can find out who are the users, who am I, and you can change your passwords, right? He could find out who is the administrator. The administrator was a smart, he changed the name of administrator to Windows 8.1. Normally I leave it by default, administrator or admin. All right. Though this guy was smart, but he left the system unattended, and this is the reason the system could be compromised. So now I have a net user. This is the command he types in the command windows, and you see what happens. Net user, the prompt is Windows 8.1. And it is asking you to change the password, right? So you can log into a Windows system if once you get into access by changing the sethc file. Now another method, okay, I don't get into this thing, but I get physical access to the system. So I create a live USB. It's a little longer video, but I'll try to fast forward it. It's available on YouTube. So how to make a bootable USB is, download any version of Ubuntu. I think latest is 20. After you have downloaded, download another tool called Rufus. Okay, you have downloaded. Ubuntu ISO image has been downloaded. Once you have downloaded the ISO image, now you are ready to go and download another tool called Rufus. Okay, Google search, it will take you to the Rufus site. Download this tool and create a bootable USB drive. You run it, give it the path of ISO image, right? The complete instructions are given on this page to make a bootable drive. And once the bootable drive is made, what it says is minimum 4 GB or something. Format it. Don't change other options. And give it the path. where you have downloaded ISO image of the Linux Ubuntu after the path has been given to it. Okay, we are rushing, we'll have to rush through the time. I'm just fast forwarding. It's a self-explanatory kind. You can host this, that's complete PPT is available. You can host it on your network so that people can watch it offline. Idea is that you have created a weapon. Okay, it can be used, you have created a knife. The knife can be used to cut vegetables, or at the same time it can be used for slaughtering. Double-edged sword. So once it gets completed, now I insert this pen drive and made the boot sequence to. This was the big challenge which YouTube helped me, and I could, otherwise I would have required the complete studio to give you this demonstration. It's easier actually to when we are face to face. So now I change the boot sequence from SanDisk, the USB drive. Save these changes. Any good system administrator will configure every PC in such a way that no one unknown, nobody other than the IT team will be able to get into the BIOS of the a PC. That becomes, you can change. Now after booting it from the USB, now you can see it has logged in as a Ubuntu. Windows is there. Live CD means, live pen drive is, you can log into the system just by using their resources. Now you're not touching any drive. It gives you an option, you want to install or you want to try Ubuntu. Try Ubuntu, it will run only from your pen drive. It will not make any changes in your hard disk. Okay, so try Ubuntu. When you say try Ubuntu, bang on. You can use the resources, and the worst thing is you have access to the hard disk of Windows. Now stealing data from a window drive through this is damn easy. So Windows is sleeping, you have powered on the system, you have access to those hard disk, all the partitions. Now you just have a look. It is showing all the volumes of Windows, and you can get into any of the Windows drive, take out data, whatever you want, it's available to you. Copy it in your pen drive and just walk off, right? You had all your this thing, even the system was shut down. Only mistake you have done is, as a IT team, we have failed to lock the BIOS, right? Now, hope it was clear, though I ran through it fast. Rajat?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now coming on to steganography. So the latest challenge is, again, we want to download, we don't want to buy books. Gone are the days when people used to buy paper books. Ebook is available freely on this thing, and how the payload can be inserted in a ebook or any system. I'll just give a demonstration. This is an old technique when there was an attack in somewhere in 2001 or 2003 at Red Fort. A laptop was recovered from terrorist, and there was nothing but lot of images, and we could not make out what was the image carrying. So it was sent to FBI for forensics. That time things were not that evolved in India. They found out that there were a lot of data which was integrated with the image. You look at an image, you cannot make out, and the technique is called steganography, right? I'll just
Hello friends, this is Shreya. So now
This was a YouTube video made by Shreya. I will not take credit away from her. I'll just run through fast. This is an image, right? And there is a document we want to insert with this, right? A text document, simple text document. So what we need to do is we create a folder and download a steganography tool. These are the images available. So whatever data we want to encrypt and send as a payload to someone, we make a separate folder. And this is a supposed data I want to send as a attached to an image. Mind you, it can happen. What methodology I'm using here is, it can be used to embed, program, drop payload into any kind of data. I can put exe file inside PDF. I can do whatever. The combination permutations are infinite, right? So I have created one image and one data which I need to attach. I go open puff steganography. There is a free tool available to use it, and the interface comes out. It has a very easy interface to use. Unzip it, it will be in a zip format. Now, moment you click on the open puff, it will give you interface, hide for encrypting the data. So now you pass and type the 3 level of passwords. It gives you here cryptography 1, 2, and 3 level of password you can use to encrypt your data and whatever payload you want to attach with this. All right. In case you want to keep only one password, it will give you warning that it will be weak, it can be broken. So you can provide 3 level of password in this free tool. Okay. So password check, A equal to B equal to C, just all 3 passwords will be 1. You browse the data which you want to attach with this. You see the size of this image, you will not be able to make out. And this is what you want to attach. After the process is complete, you just say hide. It will ask you where you want to store this data. Give the path. The data is stored. And by hiding the data, you can send this. It will give you a completion method and you can send it to someone. And this is, you cannot make out. Look at the properties. You will see, you double click, 110 KB. The data is easily embedded in this. Fine. You want to unhide, do the reverse process. Open puff steganography is the tool. Do the reverse process, pass on the password, and you can unzip. It will ask you where you want to take out the data. Give it back again, the same route where you want to send it, hidden. Moment you provide the path, unhide. bang on, you go into it, gives you a completion report, go into your holder, and you'll find that you have extracted the secret data, what you had sent. The purpose of this showing you this was, whatever you might think that it's a normal PDF file or normal imagery, there is always a possibility that there is something fishy inside. All right. Going on well, Rajat?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Everybody's on mute, so it's there is another disadvantage of taking online classes. I don't get good feedback. Otherwise, on face-to-face basis, you can come to know that whether it is being properly taken or good strength. 252. My God, thank you. Now we come on to how do the hackers find out various information. So there is a search engine called Shodan. This is hacker's paradise. A lot of people, they misconfigure, I'll not say misconfigure, there is a disconnect between security professional and developer. Developer do not know security, and security personnel do not know the development. That's an irony, right? Because developer is always running against the time to deliver a product in industry, and he's always got the delivery pressure on him. So there is a tendency to bypass the security controls, the security frameworks, and the best practices of development. That's where, when you run those reverse engineering tools, you can find out where all vulnerabilities in a particular software exist. All right. Most of the time, you can find that default bias passwords are available on the net. So people will install a camera, video camera, to capture a feed, and all these things are captured at Shodan. I'll just give you, oh sorry, my fault. I'll just give you this demonstration. This is from vSecure training, beautiful YouTube channel. You write Shodan, it will take you to shodan.io. You go to search engine, you log in, you create your login and register yourself, and then you'll find plethora of information, right? IoT, what are the webcams. So you log into this using your own account, and now what I'm going to show you might be a shocker to someone, because everybody wants a smart device, okay, but we do not change their default settings. And with those default settings available on the internet, the default code, default passwords are available to the hackers. Okay, now we just type cameras, webcams, search. Cameras with IP address and their country, they are available. Please do not write it on Chandigarh Police. You might get caught. Okay, so those with this IP address, and let us see. And there they will show you only the vulnerable cameras. So somebody with his default settings, he installed the camera, and with its default setting, it has been captured by Shodan. Okay, Huawei clouds, yeah. The type of, just by setting a default, the hacker doesn't have to do anything. The complete details are available. The country, where it is located. Let's move on to the next camera. Complete details available. It is using Drupal. You see, the deployment guy may not be a proper security engineer, so he left the camera like this. Now you see, now I can watch the complete feed. You must have seen the movie called Dhoom, wherein live feed can be seen on the internet. Okay. Source 3, source 5, you can choose camera. You can, in fact, if you get more detail, you can in fact disable these cameras. So these are available on open source. And you want to see some more? I think this is good enough for today's. Otherwise, see, look at this. Every feed of the camera. You watch a Netflix series other day I was watching called Blacklist. In that blacklist, he tells us security personnel, I want to get this person from any feed. Now he can control the cameras. You just see. So this is available on YouTube. You might be sitting in a compromising position here and you are available on camera. Sorry to say. I think this is okay. We move on to, now before we move on to last demo, can I have question and answer session, please? Feel free to connect with me at my mail ID, ashok1967@gmail.com. And this is my LinkedIn ID, in/ashok1967. Okay. Rajat, I think you can, we can take 5 or 10 questions. We have enough time we'll be able to wrap it up in time.
Yes, sir. Yes, if anybody is having any questions, then he or she can ask. Make your unmute. Yes, Harshit.
Yes, brother. Okay, I'll stop sharing my screen. Now I'm ready to answer your questions. All clear? Oh yeah, all clear. कुछ समझ नहीं आया.
I think students are thinking to ask because there are lots of stuff they have get as an input. So we are just wait for a couple of seconds. They might ask something.
All right. Fine.
Okay, in the meantime,
one demonstration of Google dashboard.
Thinking. Okay.
Yeah. Please go ahead.
Actually, I was thinking that students might be thinking some questions. So in the meantime, we.
Okay. Prepare for your question. I'll just cover the my Google account. I'll just share the screen once again. Is it visible? Now you go to your Gmail account and type Google dashboard. What you see thereafter, maybe some people will stop using Google. Okay. Moment you buy an Android phone, to download apps from Google Play Store, you need to have a Google account, right? And what all Google thereafter is collecting from you, you are not even aware. Just give you a small glimpse: personal information, your date of birth, your name, your mail ID, your alternate mail ID, your phone number, everything is available to Google. Now coming on to security. I have activated two-step authentications. recovery phone is this, alternate is this, and what all devices I'm using. I have logged in Google from Windows, from the Dell machine which I'm giving this presentation, my phone number, my phone machine, and one more Windows machine, my desktop, and manage devices. You can do what all third-party access have using. I'm using as a Google Authenticator. It's all available here. Just to scare you some more, there is something called recent security activity, nil, people and sharing. Who all are your contacts, their phone numbers, what are your payments, subscription. Okay. Now coming on to data and privacy. In the privacy setting, if you see, there's a Google timeline. Okay. Timeline. See, we use Google very right. We use our location. The location is permanently on. Okay, it's very convenient. You want to go somewhere, you just put your location and you mapped onto that location. Fine. I'm unable to find Google. Just a moment, two-step verification. Anyway, your profiles, maps. See what all information the Google is collecting. We don't even realize, and we are all giving it free. We become Google's guide. Yeah, maps timeline. Just have a look at this. Google is monitoring where is my office, where all I have been. I have been to 569 places in last 1 year. Noida, Greater Noida, location history is on, home and work. Now, and this is all available here in the form of a year, month. You can put a filter, day. All right, just click on this. Friday, September. I traveled from this place to this. The complete, from my home, I went to Gurgaon, the complete mapping is there. Normally I switch it off. You'll have seen after I come to know, I have switched it off. Very rarely you'll see. But just to show give you the demonstration, I kept the location on and I traveled. But same can be used as a evidence. Is it visible, Rajat?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So same can be used. It's a double-edged sword. You can use your timeline to sort of tell that something untoward incident happens. You can use it as a proof that at so and so time I wasn't here. I was at so and so location, and it will be taken in a court of law. However, if you just want to give, it will keep on improving. Why Google gives it to you is they want to keep improving their apps. Okay, 10 more minutes. I want to just I take a few questions and thereafter we get on with the quiz. No questions? Students, come on, have a heart. I've spoken for 1 hour 20 minutes. Normally your
Most of
faculty is
them
in
are
the.
trying to, do whatever you have told them. They might be trying, it seems,
No.
That is what-
Please do not try, for heaven's sake. This is to be done with a caution. Rajat invites me. I'll come down and I'll conduct a workshop how to do it. Okay.
Definitely, sir. We wish to have a session live, online is something different, but yes, definitely it would be good. So whenever, the government permits us, we'll definitely, invite you over here in the campus sometime.
There are challenges conducting the online workshop at this level, but you should not become a faculty of WhatsApp University. Please avoid. You might land up in trouble. Don't try it out just by looking at it. That's why I put a disclaimer. Neither the university nor me are responsible.
Sir, I have a
yes,
small
Dr. Sharma.
Yeah. Sir, in news nowadays, there is one thing that is being shown several times, that is Pegasus. That is, I think, used by Israel or some governments to have some stuff, and then private agencies are also using it. And it has suddenly become a threat and the buzzword in the field of hacking, as newspaper tells.
Pegasus is, you're talking about Pegasus, right?
Yes, sir.
There are so many other tools like Pegasus. Pegasus has become a bad boy. You go to, you watch any of those Netflix series, Blacklist is one of them. And there are plethora of tools. And most of these tools, I can tell you, they are available in free domain called, a version of Linux called Kali Linux. Okay, there are lot many command tools available wherein you can, on the fly, you can hack into the system. And there are tutorials available. Actually, if we talk of hacking is illegal, but network security and auditing is the other side of the, other side of the. Thief will use the same knife or same pistol for killing someone, and police will use the same weapon to defend someone. Weapon is the same.
Thank you so much, sir. You told in a very good way. Yes, you told in a very good way that governments are also using it and private agencies are also using it. It's basically a hacking tool. Otherwise, when I search on the internet, so I went to the Mishra methodology that from where the word Pegasus has been generated and what is it is originated. So I got in the Mishra to think all these things. Thank you so much. Sir.
Moment you type the words like hacking and these things, you are being monitored. Your IP is being monitored. Okay. Be very, very careful. And my advice is there is a beautiful search engine called DuckDuckGo. So stop using Google and start using DuckDuckGo, and you can disable. It doesn't monitor your, so you can remain. But privacy online is a myth, as per me.
Okay. So many times I think myself, like the people use CA to appoint to look after the financial issues. The people would be able to hire after some times to look after their security and privacy issues, because now a time it is come up to the individual monitoring and hacking of the net banking stuff and all these stuff. मुझे लगता है सर वो टाइम दूर नहीं है जब people will used to take the help of professional to save myself, at least to save my family from the hacking charge some amount.
You're very right, Dr. Sharma. Corporate has already started with the movement of see, हम लोग जहाँ से चले थे वहीं आ गए. जब हम लोगों ने शुरू किया था कंप्यूटर साइंस, I joined my BTech in 1984, one of the first few batches after Rajiv Gandhi took over as Prime Minister. So ours was the first batch. So we had a mainframe computer. So those terminals, computer was kept at one place and terminals were spread all around the university. Right. Now slowly this, while we were in university, those small PCs, IBM PCs came in, which had two floppies. One will have operating system, one will be for data. And then PC 80 came, PC XT, PC 80, 386. Things started coming. Then the networking came, right? server networking, novel network, NT, blah, they kept on increasing. Now, what has reached is with the advent of this internet, now we are in a cloud. Cloud is nothing but mainframe kept at one place, and you are connecting with the help of dumb terminal with the endpoint devices. That's all.
Okay.
तो जहाँ से चले थे, दुनिया गोल है, वहीं पहुँच गए.
वहीं पे पहुंच गए सर.
And now the cloud problem with the cloud is cloud hosting. Why people are insisting that it should be in your country. कल को अगर कुछ गड़बड़ होती है, if there is a data breach or there is a hacking, in what law will be applicable to that person? That's why so many laws are coming up. GDPR, General Data Protection Rule. India is, because of this pandemic, that personal data protection bill was to be slated in 2019.
Comes under IPC Act.
IPC तो है ही है, वो बहुत पुराना है. There is something called data protection, personal data protection bill, which was to be slated in 2019.
Okay, 19.
Because of the pandemic, it got delayed. So it will become an act. PDPA 2021. एक साल हम पीछे हैं. Already European Union has taken out law called GDPR, General Data Protection Rules. I can make out from Rajat's body language. We are running out of time. Okay.
Yeah.
So no more questions. We'll get on with the quiz. What do you say, Rajat?
Sir. Yes.
Okay. So now the license for Kahoot, which I have, it's a very simple thing. I will share my screen. Students, I will type in the chat box. Log on to, where is, take a minute, just a minute. Where is chat? Log on to kahoot.it. Kahoot.it. www.kahoot.it. Okay. I have put it in the chat box, and open your browser, and what license I have for Kahoot is for the 50 users. So fastest finger first 50 students who log in this will be able to play this game. All right, the winners, for top 3 winners, will get a surprise gift from me. Rajat will share their details, and it will be dispatched to their addresses. Right.
I think link is not in chat.
Kahoot.it, just typed it. www.kahoot.it.
Yeah.
KAHOOT.it. Right?
Yes.
Okay. Now I will start. Okay. Wait
So
a
the
minute.
game pin.
Game pin I'm just giving. I'm just sharing. Wait a minute. It's taking time. Library. Okay. The game pin 5308569. I'm just typing the chat box. Five three zero 8569. Fastest finger first. First 50 people logging will get it. Okay, still going on. Fantastic. 54, 58. All right. Carry on. Oh, fantastic.
Yes, Harshit. He has probably given you something to explore on the net, I believe. Rajat sir. Okay, just a moment. Let me verify it.
Yes, sir. Some connection issue, I think. Kindly check.
Rajat sir is there?
Yes, sir. I am calling him.
Okay, sir. Okay, it's okay, sir. Although he has taken so much stuff that we need to take weeks to implement and work upon it.
Yeah, sir. After 2 minutes, it will restart. Some
Okay,
connectivity issues there.
Yeah, it's okay, sir.
Sorry for the so we replay, right? Am I audible?
Sir, voice is lagging a little bit. But it is quite good that but it is quite good, sir, that our whole session is run uninterruptedly.
How is it now?
It's perfect, sir. It's perfect.
Okay. So now the game pin is 751 7102. I'll repeat 751 7102. Okay, 76, 78, few more, 81. Okay, 86, 87, 88, 9. Okay, one has dropped out, 89. Okay, 90. I'll repeat 751 7102. Okay, I'll share my screen. All right. Shall we start? Still people are logging in. 751 7102. Okay, we will start. It is visible. Can someone confirm? Which is the
Yes, sir.
which is the web series created to show motherland of cyber frauds? Sacred Games, Jamtara, Kathmandu Connections, Mirzapur. Okay, 42 correct answer. Very nice. Leaderboard, top is Jatin. Big hand. Jatin, Code Rahul, Raviraj. Okay, this situation can neck to neck. Coming into the next. Jamtara is located in which state? Bihar, Uttarakhand, West Bengal, none of these. Oh, 25 correct answer. The correct answer is Jamtara. Oh, Raviraj on top. Code Rahul maintains his second. Fantastic. Move on to the next. Third question. In a digital payment, we scan. I think it should be Damazy. I repeated it number of times during my talk. Oh, 80 correct answer. Fantastic. Now let us see who is in the top. Raviraj maintains, Code Rahul maintains position. Zod. I'm afraid these kind of names anyway. You'll have to prove your identity, show your Aadhaar card and other identity to Dr. Rajat to claim in case you are in top 3. Okay, we move on to the next. Phishing attack is carried out through a web link through email, SMS, a web link through email, through stealing credentials, web link through SMS and mail. "53 correct answers. Very good. The correct answer is web link is sent either through SMS or through mail. Let me see. Oh, Code Rahul moves on top. Raviraj moves on to number 3. Fantastic. A fraudster will try to get your dash for harvesting credentials. Your username, your password, personally identifiable information, none of these above. "60 correct answers. Beautiful, beautiful, good. I'm so happy that I could make some impact. Okay. Neck to neck fight going on. Oh, new entry. All right. Move on to SIM swap attack can lead to closing the phone number, SIM blocked, bank forgery, none of the above. Guys are quite fast. I think I have given 20 seconds a bit more. Bank forgery is the correct answer. 39 correct answers. Very nice. Oh, neck to neck fight. Wonderful. Move on to the next. Shodan is, it should be very simple because I covered it in the last. A search engine for hackers to find out misconfigured hardware. None of the above. "50 correct answers. Wonderful, wonderful. Oh my God. Neck to neck, 4947. There's a tie on top 2 positions. Okay, great. Every question to question, the situation can change. It's tough fight going on, right? Google can provide you best search, can track your movement, know your contacts, All of the above. '88 correct. Absolutely. People are like Google so much. Oh my goodness. 5830 and 57. Very good lead, Rahul, you're taken. Move on to this is 9th questions. So be very, very careful now. Why various free services are provided to us. Providers are very generous. They steal your data, financial gains, and artificial intelligence. This I covered in the last, so I think everybody should get it right. Only 8 correct answers. Artificial intelligence. The data which Google is getting, they'll get the labeled data and they use it further for artificial intelligence. That I said, they use it for improving their applications, right? Google Maps or whatever. All right. Steganography can be used to deliver malware. True or false? Very simple. I hope everybody remembers what was steganography. Only 91. Okay, good. Deshika, new entrant in the top position, 6692 and 6627. Karan on number 2. My God, what a neck-to-neck fight. Good, guys. Keep going. There are 5 more. You can make it. Physical security of IT assets can make you 100% hack-proof. I have little tricked it. Maybe a little confusing. No one can make you 100% hack proof. All those 82 good who have chosen this false. I repeatedly said the risk can only be mitigated. It cannot be made zero. Dishika remains on top. And we move on to the next question. 12 of 15. Linux Live bootable pen drive can be used as a hack tool, data recovery tool, trying hands on Linux, and all of these above. It should not be a difficult question. I expect all 100 to answer within 93, 94. All right, only 72 could answer it. It's all the above. It can be used as a hack tool. I covered it a number of times. It's a double-edged sword. Okay, when I gave you the demo of live USB, okay, it can be used for data recovery. It can be used as a hack tool to change your files, and without installing, you can try your hands on Ubuntu. Okay, great going, Deshika. But neck to neck, could Rahul is bounce back again? 3 points difference, my goodness. All the best, Rahul. Keep going. Social media is the biggest source of data leak, addictive, a must to keep pace, and all the above. Come on, guys. Yes. 90 correct answers. It is the biggest source of data leak. It is addictive, and it is mandatory so that you can keep pace with the latest happening in the world. The greatest feed you get is from social media. Deshika, my God, where is Rahul? Fantastic lead Deshika has maintained. Okay, We move on to two more questions left. We can receive payment using QR code. Should be simple. I expect 100% correct answers in this. Take your time. 20 seconds is not a small time to choose true and false. My goodness. We can receive payment through QR code. I repeated number of times. To make payment from your side, you'll have to use QR code. Okay. The situation is like 2020 math. Ball to ball game changes. Deshika, all the best. And here is your last question. True or false? UPI stands for Unified Payment Incentives. True or false? UPI stands for Unified Payment Interface, right? Though I did not cover it, but we are all using. This was the only question which is out of syllabus. I'm happy. Still, 53 people have answered correct. Now let us see the leaderboard. Raviraj with 9958. Jagrit Vas, and who is the winner is Deshika. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we have finished with our presentation today. Congratulations to all the winners. And here I stop sharing my screen. How was it, student? Can someone type in the chat box, or someone want to talk about? How was the quiz? Rajat?
Yes, sir. Very informative and great.
Sure. I think
a very nice way. Yeah. Very efforts you have put it to make it like in such a level. So it's very nice to see this.
Thank you, Dr. Sharma. Thank you so much.
So thanks, sir. It was really great. I mean, few things we just casually, just at a glance we skip over. Ki, okay, this is not very important for us. This is not, nothing can happen to us. I mean, we are so secure. So once, after seeing this, definitely, it's an eye opener for us as well. Though we are already into technology, but still it's an eye opener, because sometimes, we get fascinated by such offers and such schemes and all. Especially our parents, grandparents, they are kind of this thinking, okay, chalo, let's do that. So all these, things that you have told, this is actually happening, and a lot of people are, being suffering because of that. But yes, that is very, very informative session that you gave, and probably, we are looking up for your session, on campus, as and when, the time permits us, as and when, the situation permits us, we'll definitely have a session with you. Live over here in the campus. So that was really very great. I mean, some of the videos are really amazing, which is actually telling that sometimes, we also come across these incidences and these things, but somehow sometimes we are very particular, but sometimes we say, let's give it a try as well. So definitely, yes, this should not be tried. And thanks for your time, sir. And
most welcome, ma'am. And
really very great of you. Thank you.
And congratulations to all the winner, and special thanks to Dr. Rajat, who had pursued me very vigorously to get me to speak to the students and give me this opportunity. And really, I wish this afternoon was well spent, and it was worth your time. All the best in future. And cybersecurity is the subject which is very close to my heart. I'll be more than willing to share my whatever I have learned in these many years in IT, if I can give it back to the field, now is the time actually to give it back to the field which has given you so much.
Yes, sir. We look forward to you for the next sessions, even because we feel blessings that you have given such a wonderful session, and you have an amazing personality and the communication skills that motivate us also to be like you.
Thank you, Dr. Shiva. Thank you so much. Any question, answer, I am open to it, and I have shared my mail ID. You can drop me. Students can interact with me. Maybe जैसे क्लास में होता है ना कि मैम ने बोल दिया ज़्यादा कोई सवाल नहीं पूछेगा, ऐसा तो नहीं है मैम, आपने बोल तो नहीं दिया लेकिन
I suppose, Rajat, the students are not able to put something onto the chat box probably, or maybe you have a separate, this link where they can share their questions.
Yeah, ma'am, we will share the mail ID of the sir. If anybody is having, then we can talk.
Okay. Now, for this thing, can we switch on the camera for a while so that we can take a screenshot and you can put it on your this thing?
You're requesting everyone to switch on the cameras. Everyone, please.
And Dr. Rajat, kindly share the addresses and size of T-shirts of the winners.
Sure, sir. Sure.
There's a brand recently called Ruffer. They will dispatch the T-shirts will be dispatched to their respective addresses.
Yes, sir. I will contact.
And share your address also. There is some surprise gift for you also. Okay, guys, I'll just take a screenshot. Just a minute, just a minute. Screen 1. Paste. I move on to this good strength. Screen 2, no one has switched on their camera. Screen 3, no camera on. People don't want to share their image, right? Don't worry. Screen 2, okay. Thank you, everyone. Thanks for your time, and God bless you all.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Look forward to interact with you in the future. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much. Okay, so formally we can leave the meeting. Thank you so much, audience, to attend this wonderful full session. Thank you so much.